Hi, welcome to the Gen X Glam and Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone, whether you're new, whether you're coming back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I know there are a lot of choices out there and you're hanging out with me as I get ready for work here on a Monday morning. So let's get into it. We're going to do some skincare. I'm starting with this Milani Make It Last Hydrating Mist. I used the CoverGirl Hydrating Mist in my first video back from vacay, where I showcased several products that I bought, all linked in that video. I'm going to link that again so I don't have to link them all again here. But if you're interested in some of the products that you see here, check out the linked video description because probably have a link to it. There's some stuff I couldn't find link tos though. Like, for example, we're going to try to use this hard candy lip liner peeler again today, and I couldn't find a link to that on Amazon. So I guess Amazon is not, believe it or not, there's some place Amazon is not connected to, and that apparently is hard candy products. Going in with a little bit of the under eye cream from Shiseido Ultra Immune line. I'm also going to use my Shiseido serum. So I'm just going to do like a little bit of skincare under my eye. Before I go too much further, before I put my serum on, I'm going to go ahead and use some more of the Bubble Cosmic Hydrating Milky Toner. I love this stuff. I think it's a new, I'm going to use it every day until, okay, I'm tired and I gotta rotate and try something else. But so far this does not, I'm not bored with this. I like the look that it gives. I've said before in my other video, I feel like it gives you that like glassy look, and I like how well that it plays with makeup, like makeup builds on top of it. I think I don't quote me because I watch a lot of videos and apparently my memory is not all that fantastical, because in my last video that I built all around the shade Ballerina 135, I kept saying it was Revlon and it's L'Oreal. Sorry, L'Oreal. I did make an editor's note to fix that. Nobody's perfect, but yeah, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite toners, milky toners I've ever used. I couldn't link it on Amazon, but I did put a link to the Bubble website, and I actually don't think that this toner is available on the Bubble website right now. I'm not sure. No, it is available on the Bubble website, but it is not available on Amazon. Other Bubble products are available on Amazon, just not the Cosmic Toner. But as I was saying, I do misquote often. Try to fix myself. But I read somewhere that this is a dupe for Rhode product, that they've got some sort of glazed milky toner. But again, don't quote me. All right, so that's just very nice, tiny bit of serum. Gonna go in with some Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and then we're gonna get this show on the road using a few new products, highlighting a few more products that I bought while I was on vacation, including another concealer. But this concealer that I bought is one that I've had my eye on forever. I had to go into Sephora to do it. I used my gift card, some of my gift card money, to buy this thing because it has just been, I just see it so often. It's the Natasha Denona concealer, and it works like a dream. I used it every day since I got it whilst on vacation, and I've used it a fair amount since I've gotten back, and I like it. I was torn between this one and the Hourglass concealer because both get such great reviews for like hydration and blendability and coverage. And so I bought the full size in Natasha Denona, and I bought the mini size in Hourglass. The mini was $20, and when I actually came and I saw how mini it is, I was in this case, I don't think that the mini was worth it. Like, look at this. This is the little Hourglass one that I bought for $20 on Sephora. This is the full size one. I think it was $32. It's just, in this case, I'm not sure that mini was worth it. I should have probably just bought the full size. I don't know. If it's a Holy Grail product, that for sure is a full size buy, because typically, even though I'm always a big fan of the minis, I know we're going to put on a little bit of cream around that. a full-size product is more bang for your buck. Let me see if I can get away with blending this in before I go in with Charlotte around some other areas. I know, it's Monday. Come on, I'm trying. What is in store for us this week? Every week is different, so I hope everyone has a fantastic week. I'm struggling to find my words, as you may be like, why does she seem so low on energy? Look at how nice it's blending in, so nice. Such a good coverage, and it feels so good on the skin. I really like it. So my favorite Sephora brand concealer is definitely House Labs, and I did get a new House Labs concealer whilst on vacation and having fast access to receiving mail. And I want to say I got it in shade 13. So now I own 06, 13, and I'm not sure what the rose, there's like a rosy one from House Labs. That House Labs is kind of my favorite out there, because like this Natasha Denona, it feels, I feel like I can get away with concealing the parts of my face that I want to conceal, and not put a base on the rest of my face. Because as I've said before, like with my vintage skin, less product is probably better at the end of the day. But I don't care what age you are. I don't care what age you are. You're people, us folks who are putting makeup on our skin, whatever, anything you're putting on your skin, it's soaking into the pores. And I don't care what age you are. You're not unique. It's still happening. It's happening to all of us. So, and I don't know, I just have myself convinced less is more. But that's probably just because that's always the hand that I have had in my makeup routine. Less is more. All right, let's go in with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I'm just going to go here. I'm going to go along my jawline because I do want to warm it up with another creamy bronzer that's new to me, and I think it's relatively new on the market, and it's from SheGlam. I'll say this too. I'll share this. I'm just going to tap. I know that I already blended that out. I'm just going to tap in where I put in some of that concealer. I did an order from SheGlam recently. It's probably going to take forever to get here, and if it even shows up, but I'm pretty excited for it. So when that SheGlam order comes, we're going to have a really good time show and tell. All right, let's go in. Let's take a look at the SheGlam. I love the packaging. So I got Tawny Amber. So I don't know if you're tracking SheGlam. SheGlam has a lot of great bronzers and blushes in the creamy family. All right. Hi, if you were checking my last video, I said I got a bunch of new cool things to store my various products. This is all bronzers and contours. So this is just an example. I don't know if it's Tawny Amber or what, but it's an example of the SheGlam, one of SheGlam's liquid blushes. This is not Tawny Amber, but I mean, these are really nice. That's not the shade that I was going for, but here's the stick. Very nice packaging. Look at, you can see ash. This is the shade that I want to blend out, but we'll go ahead and blend out what I put there and just go. It's a Frankenstein face today. What can I say? Let's go in with it, blend it out. This is really nice. This new creamy bronzer from SheGlam. It's unscented. So yesterday in my video that I showed some other new stuff from Vacay, the Lumi Lotion from L'Oreal, their new bronzer. This is so fragranted. So if you're looking for a new creamy bronzer, not to break the bank, go ahead and take a look at what SheGlam has to offer, because they're very affordable, even cheaper than this L'Oreal. And you know, it's not fragrant, and it's giving some pretty good warmth to my skin. I have to blend it out some more. It's not blending as easily as the L'Oreal, but it is leaving a really nice, like I said, warmth. I didn't put any on the lids. Let's go ahead and put a little bit, tiny bit on the lids if I can find it again. And I'm just gonna do it with my fingers. Just gonna, because I'm wearing yellow today with blue slacks. Every once in a while, I like to wear the yellow and blue combination. I don't know, it's just me. I'm gonna wear some brown ankle boots with it. It's not a bad fit. Got this sweater at TJ Maxx while I was on vacation. I did a fair amount of shopping for clothes while I was on vacation as well. All right, there we have it. Let's go ahead and tackle the lips. Put a little bit of my bubble chapstick on, but I don't think that they're, let's let the lips moisturize a little bit more. I want to show you what I got for my brows. There's some cool brow products going on out there right now, and I'm always looking for a cool brow product. So this is the L'Oreal brow, they call it infallible brow lamination. There is just so much, and it's 24 hours, and it's clear. So the only thing, and this I have found to be one of the best clear brow gels ever, and it really does give you that laminated look. But I don't want to, the thing with the clears is they become very unclear quickly when you do something like I'm going to do right now, which is put a little bit of color to my brow. I'm going to use this as a MAC. This is a MAC brow pencil. I just like to color in, like you won't notice at home because of my amateur rig camera, but I am filling in the front a little bit where my brows tend to be more faded, and then in the middle towards the end, I'm like fine with them. Like they're not blonde like faded, but they're faded. So I'm gonna use one of my own spoolies to dip in, just so that this thing isn't so so I can keep it clear. Just gonna dip in with my own spoolie and flare these up. They really do, it's a really nice formula. I like it a lot, and it really holds the brows. The other one that I purchased in the stores, let's just go ahead, why not? I'm going to use the real spoolie that came with it because it's a little bit finer, and I think it gives more of a laminated look than the spoolie I dipped in with. Very nice formula. If you want a clear brow gel, do not get a Kosas, do not get Benefit, don't buy any from Sephora. The drugstore has plenty. Essence has a really good one, but I'm really liking this new one. Here it is again. It's L'Oreal Brow Laminator 24 Hour. However, also out on the market is the Super Fluff from Maybelline, and this is already tinted, so I think this is like a light brown. We can go over this with that. But I have to be very careful using this because like my brows were literally like hardened for 24 hours after using it in the past when I've used it. So this is a pretty powerful formula. This Maybelline Super Fluffy. Now I will use my own spoolie and shape that out. It gave a really nice, tint. And I'm telling you, these brows are not going to go anywhere. I think, in fact, I need to work on them a little bit more. All right, let's go in with the Hard Candy lip liner. That's going to be the Peel Away. This is in Rosy Ink. I tried to show you guys this in my other video, and I used a nude one, but my lips were a little bit too moisturized from the new CoverGirl Jammy Lip Mask, which is really is a sleeping mask if you're gonna get into it. I think I've already put it away. No, it's right here. No, that's my Fenty. All right, so I've already put my Jammy Lip Mask away because I am trying to keep my station organized now that I've taken the time and spent the money to buy proper organizers. So I'm just putting this on. I know it looks like a lot. And I don't recommend filling in your lips with this. I think it's a lip liner for a reason. I did try to fill in more of my lips, and in the center of your lips, there's just more separation, and it just didn't work out that well. I felt like it didn't stain in a good way. But speaking of lip stains, let's look at L'Oreal again. This is new on the shelves, I think in late 2025. It's their Hyaluron Tint, and it's a lip stain serum. I really, really like it. Seems like out there in the drugstore, that blurring lips is like a big thing. Like there's a Revlon Photo Ready lip liner. Hard Candy has a blurring lip liner. I want to say it's CoverGirl has like a blurring, like matte lip type stick balm, which I've been keeping in my work bag that I like. I like it actually a lot. I'll have to show you that next time I come on. But I also do like this new lip stain from L'Oreal, which we can't get into right now because we have to wait for the Hard Candy to dry. So let's look at another product that's out there. It's from Maybelline, and it's called Cloudtopia. I don't know, it comes in like 5 or 6 different shades, and I got the shade 08, and it's quite moussey, and it was affordable. I was on the fence about buying this thing pretty much the whole vacation, and I cracked on the last day because I'll tell you why. I don't like look, I've already got it on the tip of my nail. I don't like having to go in and get my fingers dirty, but more so, I don't have a lot of luck with mousses. And this, just in the jar, from what I could see, I thought it might be hard to work with. I don't know. For me, I thought it might be a little bit too patchy, too much pigment for what I like. But it blends out okay. Like you just saw what a tiny, tiny little dab I did. And look at how flush my cheeks already are. I mean, so much so, I might want to tone that down. It was just a tiny, tiny, tiny little dip in there. And I feel like I'm already like rosy cheeks. I am. We're gonna have to cut this thing. It's just too much for me. There, let's get some of the Natasha back in the mix and try to puff it out a little bit. Wherever my puffer went. Put it in my drawer. All right, here it is. Oh, you know, I linked these sponges. They're from Amazon, and they're a knockoff of the Tap and Puff from Sephora. So I paid $5, and I paid $9.99, and I got 5 of these, and they do actually come in like a larger size. And you know, one of these from Sephora is like $12. So it's I said in my other video, man, every good idea usually eventually inevitably it gets knocked off. But you got to try these. You got to try these. If you don't use my link in Amazon, it's linked in my video, in my other video that I linked in here, then just, I don't know, just go check it out. You need to search up makeup sponge and like CAAL Angle, and you'll find the funky brand that offers these things. All right, let's see if we can peel this off and then put down that L'Oreal lip stain. Listen, these things aren't perfect, but look, that's a pretty good chunk that we got off. This is more affordable than buying the Wonder Skin, which I think is a fail because, one, it doesn't look like the cover, and it doesn't look like the color that it's advertised, and I just feel like I'm layering and layering it on my lips. This is peeling off so much better than yesterday. You do not want lips that are too moist when you do this. Let's see here. I'm just gonna take a little cotton swab. I love these. These are from Sephora. I stocked up on those too. See, when I went a little bit off the line area of my lips, and it just doesn't lay down as well. This stuff works a lot better if you stick to your lip contour area. Now, when my SheGlam order comes, I have some peel off lip liner coming in there too, so I can compare it against the Hard Candy. Just a little bit of a stain to have down with this L'Oreal lip stain serum. I let it dry down and then I go over it with another shade. So let's let it dry down because I want to go ahead and put on a little bit of powder on my cheeks. I got from Sephora on sale. Sephora brand powder, which I've never really bought before. And I want to show you this brush that I found at TJ Maxx red tagged. It was red tagged for $4.50. It's from Morphe, and it's a Vegan Pro Series V112 fluffy fan brush. I've never had a fan brush before. And it's not as dense. Like sometimes I see some really cool brushes online that are really, really dense. This is definitely more fluffy, but I don't have one. I pulled out my kit of brushes that I got when I went to beauty school. And you can see this is the kit I was given when I went to beauty school back couple falls ago in Ottawa. And there's no fan brush in that kit. This fan brushes to me, I always thought were kind of like a little bit gimmicky. I did see them often at Shoppers Drug Mart. Shoppers Drug Mart brand offered one, and I thought about getting it. Like when I say Shoppers Drug Mart brand, I'm talking about the brand Quo, Q-U-O. But I mean, this is kind of fun, right? I do have like, you know, this is one of my favorite e.l.f. brushes. See, I want one, like a fan brush that has the density of this e.l.f. brush. But I think that, I mean, that's like, I'm telling this is like really fun. Okay, for $4.50 when I saw this, I was like, that looks pretty cool. Let's warm up the face even a little bit more with my CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer in the shade Honey Bun, shade 300. I had used my blush yesterday, and Mary asked me what shade I had selected in this, and I selected Rose Latte shade 410, Mary. And I dig it. I like it a lot. This is, the thing about that I like about this is like how big the brush is. So it's like it's dispersing all of you know what I'm picking up is going down the line. I really, really like it. I'll just try to get under where I went in with that Sephora. I think I got the lightest shade in Sephora. I did. This is 01 Shame on You, and the L'Oreal lip stain is in the shade 601 Worth It. Just in case you wondered. Wow, the lip stain with that hard candy, it's given a bit of a vampy vibe, but that's okay. I dig it. It's still not dried down yet, though. Oh, I want to just show this. I'm not going to use it, but it's new from NYX. It's called Jelly Job. It's a really nice gloss. Tiny, tiny, tiny tingle, which I was not prepared for. Lots of different shades. Really, really like it. All right, I'm going to go in with this angled brush. I want to put a little bit of that Sephora powder on my lids, and then I'm going to go ahead and make my coffee and start the trek to work. Oh man, I hope everyone out there has a fantastic day as you start your week and you're getting into your Monday. It's hey, let's all give ourselves a pat on the back, okay? Because it is not an easy task to start a new week, right? It is just, I tell you, does it seem like sometimes some weeks are more difficult than others? For me, it definitely does. Let's use my big Charlotte Tilbury super fluffy brush. I think this is technically her bronzing brush, but I'm going to just kind of go all over with it and get a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter setting powder, and then we're going to spray down. But what am I going to spray with? Should we start and end with that Milani Make It Last? Kind of want to reach up and get something else. I'm going to just go ahead and use some on Until Dawn because it was the easiest thing to reach. Yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. I hope the family's well. I appreciate you hanging out with me here at the Gen X Glam and Gab station. And believe it or not, I'm going to go in, final touch, a little bit of Caroline Meteorite power. And believe it or not, there is still some more stuff that that I want to show you, and I am definitely teasing that She Glam haul, and I think that we should try to do a giveaway here coming up here in a future video. All right, I'm signing off. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take care. I'll see you in the next video.